Hey AP Physics students, like you know, I'm not going to be in class tomorrow. Mrs. Bomar is going to be joining you to just help you get through the day. So I have an activity for you all tomorrow where we're going to look at energy in a more broad sense, and we're going to work to trace the flow of energy from ultimately its source as we know it on Earth, which would be the sun itself, and follow it through a number of different paths and get to some destination. So I've got y'all in groups, and each one of you has a unique path that you're going to trace. And as you trace that path, what you're going to be sort of identifying is what form the energy is in as it moves along this series of places. So as we know, we're looking at a very small particular couple sources of energy. We recognize kinetic energy, gravitational potential, elastic potential, and then some heat as internal energy. But in a more broad general sense, and this slide is in this email, is we can find energy in all kinds of different forms. And this slide just kind of gives you a completely incomplete list of how we find it in different forms. Like I said, we see mechanical energy in moving automobiles. That's like kinetic energy. We see it in potential energy, like things being up in the air. I don't even see that on this sheet here. But thermal energy, things that are hotter like soup or things like that have more energy. We find it in all kinds of forms. So this is sort of just a sketch. You're going to have to pull in some other sources of knowledge, like chemical energy. Chemical reactions are flows of energy from one place to another. You might have potential energy in chemical bonds, and they break and release that energy. So like in a fire, that's a combustion reaction. It's releasing energy as heat. So you're going to have to draw on some other sources of knowledge from biology, from chemistry, and broader physics to help you explain these flows of energy. So what you're going to do is you have about an hour to put together a presentation that traces this source of energy, and you want to do it in an informative, educational way for your classmates, because their path is going to be different than your path, and you want to be able to educate them. So you're going to put it together in your own slideshow and then present it to your classmates at the end of class. You'll each have up to about 10 minutes to present, and hopefully everybody can be part of that. As you're researching, you're going to need to draw from a number of sources. You know, your friend is Google here, so be sure to bring your laptops and just liberally use Google to search things. You know, any way of searching is fine. Try to use reputable sources as you pull information in. You don't sort of want to use, you know, bad sources if you're looking up you know, quantities to do. In addition to that, one last piece of that presentation is going to be a calculation of you know, how much of this do I need to get the energy to do this, and so you'll see when you get your paper, you'll be calculating how much of this to do this amount of energy transfer. Hopefully that makes sense. Mrs. Bomar can help you get going, but she's not going to really be a source of information for you necessarily. She may be educated in this stuff, she may not be, but it's certainly up to you to be able to pull these pieces of information together. But that's it. I will see you guys on Monday.